you doing, Brother Samuel? Come on in.
Pastor, you mind if I speak with you just a minute?
No, Sir Samuel, go ahead.
Pastor, there's been something weighing on my mind real heavy like, and I'd like to speak with you about it just a bit.
Brother, I'm here for you. Go ahead.
Well, I've been feeling a calling to the ministry, and I'd like to talk with you about it.
All right, Brother Samuel. I never really pictured this, but okay. Well, do you know how to write?
No, I can't write.
Well, can you read?
Well, no, I can't really read either, but the old woman's a pretty good reader.
Well, do you know the Bible?
Yes, sir. I know that old book. I know that black back book like the back of my hand. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, what's your favorite book?
Well, so I like the book of the parables the best.
Book of the parables. All right. What's your favorite parable?
Well, you want me to tell it to you?
I would love that.
Would you mind if I maybe just audition here just a little bit? Maybe act like I'm up in front of the congregation?
Oh, brother, you go right ahead.
All right, sir.
Don't let me...
Pardon me just a minute here. I'm a little bit nervous.
Okay.
Got the goosebumps a little bit and got the butterflies up in the stomach a little bit. Pardon me just a minute here.
I remember that.
Bless him, Lord.
Well, it go like this, see? Congregation, you might be seated. Once upon a time, a certain man go down from Jerusalem down to Jericho.
Yeah, he did.
And as he go down from Jerusalem to Jericho, he fall among the thorns. And the thorns sprung up and they choked that man. And they choked that man. And then the Lord, he looked down and he see the thorns and he sent forth his angels. And they bind them up into bushels and they burn them thorns. And they loose that man and they let him free. And the man, he go down there to the Queen of Sheba, because see, he had no money. And he had no money, so we go down to the Queen of Sheba. And if we go down to the Queen of Sheba, she give him 10,000 talents of money and 1,000 changes of garments. And so he takes some of that money and he buy him this chariot. Now I just picture in my mind, this ain't what the Bible say, but preachers do this sometimes. I just picture in my mind that chariot it's a lowrider chariot. And it have spokes that are silver, and the rims they kind of keep turning whenever the chariot sits still. Now, like I say, that wasn't what the Bible say, but I picture that in my mind, okay? But he get in this chariot and he drives on furiously. And as he's driving along, he come up underneath of this great big juniper tree that have limbs what run way out there. And as he's going along under this juniper tree, his hair get all tangled up in one of the limbs of the branches, and the chariot go on. And he hanging there suspended between the heaven and between the earth. And he hang there for a long, long time. And the ravens come and they give him food to eat and they give him water to drink. And he hang there for a long time. And afterward he wasn't hungry. And he was hungered and he ate 5,000 loaves and 2 small fishes. And then one day he hanging there asleep. And his wife Delilah come along and she cut that hair. And this time he fall on the stony ground. And he gets up from there and he goes on and it raining for 40 days. And it raining for 40 nights. And he goes up underneath of this cave and he stays there long. He hides himself a long time. But then he finally come out and he's going back on toward Jericho. And as he come down toward Jericho, he looks up there on the wall and he sees the woman Jezebel, and she's sitting there high and lifted up there on the wall. And as she's sitting there, he said, throw her down. And they throw her down. And he say, throw her down again. And they throw her down again. And of the fragments, they pick up 12 basketfuls. But what I want to know is when the resurrection comes, who all wife she going to be?